10 Best NBA Trades of NBA History. Every NBA team selects the players they want to trade whenever they get a chance. Some trades turn out to be life-saving for the whole franchise. Some smart decisions change the condition of the entire team. So here we are with today's video to mention the 10 best NBA trades in NBA history. But before we get started, make sure to smash the red subscribe button to see more videos like this in your YouTube dashboard. So now, without any further delay, let's get started. Number 10. Shaquille O'Neal from the Los Angeles Lakers to the Miami Heat. O'Neal was traded in a deal to the Miami Heat where he started his career with a sensational start this time. Los Angeles let O'Neal leave their team because at the time they didn't know how skillful he was. This trade changed the Miami Heat thoroughly because they started making lots of records in the NBA and earned a good reputation. O'Neal was a life jacket for the Heat who actually made the Heat float to the surface of the NBA very smoothly. Number 9. Dirk Nowitzki from the Milwaukee Bucks to the Dallas Mavericks. In 1998, the Mavericks chose Dirk as their draft pick because Milwaukee didn't want to keep him on their team any longer. They chose Robert Traylor for their team to change their strategies. But Robert Traylor joined Milwaukee only for 8 years. He averaged 4.8 points and 3.7 rebounds in his career, and the Bucks traded him again after playing with their team for just 2 seasons. While Dirk is currently in his 20th season with the Mavericks, he became an NBA icon, and this equally gave an advantage to the Mavericks. It wouldn't be wrong to say that the Mavericks made an ingenious decision to trade Dirk into their team. Number 8. Dennis Rodman from the San Antonio Spurs to the Chicago Bulls. During the season of 1995, the Bulls were looking for some strength to improve their team. They took a risk on the active 34-year-old Rodman and signed him to their team. Rodman averaged 14.9, 16.1, and 15.0 rebounds a game for the next 3 seasons with the Bulls. The risk of choosing him turned out to be the new life for the Bulls. He achieved the highs of his success with the Bulls. This trade turned out to be the best trade the NBA has ever seen in its history. Number 7. LeBron James from the Cleveland Cavaliers to the Miami Heat. In 2010, the Miami Heat sent 2 first-round picks as they wanted James to be in their team because they knew that the only person who could change their position was James. As James left Cleveland, he joined the Heat and he started to rock in the team. He made many records in a row and became the best player in a matter of months. He was the most favorite basketball player of all time due to his incredible game-changing abilities. His presence on the team really improved them, and they became more notable than they were. Number 6. Kevin McHale from the Golden State Warriors to the Boston Celtics. The Golden State Warriors traded their players in the 3rd draft pick, and they chose Kevin McHale to trade. They didn't know how crucial his presence was, but the Celtics knew that he had the potential to change the game. In the draft pick, the Celtics chose Kevin McHale with the 3rd pick. McHale's presence on the Celtics was a real edge for the Celtics. He turned the Celtics' fate and took the NBA to the next level. Just because of McHale, the Celtics earned a good status and made many records and titles in his presence. Number 5. Scottie Pippen from the Seattle Supersonics to the Chicago Bulls. In 1987, the Bulls realized that if they wanted to make their team on the top and they wanted to improve their position in the NBA, then they had to bring Pippen to their team. At that time, Pippen was trying to be the best player in the NBA because he was improving himself in every game. But for the 1987 draft pick, he was not considered to be a good option. However, just because of his athleticism and versatility, the Bulls were keen to catch him up. The real game began when they snapped up Pippen. As he revealed his performance with the Bulls, his team became the best team in the NBA, with many records and titles. Pippen proved to be a good deal for the Bulls. Number 4. Wilt Chamberlain from the Philadelphia 76ers to the Los Angeles Lakers. In the 1968 season, Chamberlain had just averaged 24.3 points per game, and he also took the 76ers to a championship in 1967. The Lakers thought to trade Wilt into their team because they wanted to add some better players to their team, and Wilt was surely a good option for them, so they chose him instantly. From the perspective of the 76ers, this was the worst trade ever. But for the Lakers, it turned out to be the best trade they ever did. Wilt made many records with his boss attitude toward basketball. This was one of the best trades, especially for the Lakers that had made many trades in the past, but this trade was really the game changer. Number 3. KAREEM ABDUL-JABBAR from the Milwaukee Bucks to the Los Angeles Lakers. After the retirement of Chamberlain's career in the Lakers, and after ABDUL-JABBAR realized that he could not fit in Milwaukee any longer, both ABDUL-JABBAR and the Lakers needed help. So to uplift the Lakers, they thought they should trade any player. And to make him feel comfortable in the team, ABDUL-JABBAR asked to trade him to either the Lakers or New York. Hence, the trade occurred and ABDUL-JABBAR joined the Lakers, and he spent the rest of his 15-year career on the Lakers. He won 5 titles for LA and 3 MVP awards along the way. He also became the highest scorer in the history of the NBA, finishing with 38,387 points, which helped the Lakers a lot. With the success of ABDUL-JABBAR, the Lakers also became a very worthy team. Number 2. Kobe Bryant from the Charlotte Hornets to the Los Angeles Lakers. At the time of picking a player as drafted for trade, nobody was showing interest in the 17-year-old Bryant. Charlotte selected Bryant in its number 13 draft pick, and they immediately traded this young man Bryant to Los Angeles for Vlade Divac. The Lakers, after getting Bryant on their team, discovered that he was no less than a legend. Bryant made many records for the NBA, which equally profited the Lakers. The Lakers' decision turned out to be a magical help for the team. Kobe Bryant started to put his skills in the game, and after some time, he became a legend of basketball that others wished to become. This trade saved both Bryant and the Lakers because Bryant carved his name in the list of the best players the NBA has ever seen by playing for the Lakers. Number 1. Bill Russell from the St. Louis Hawks to the Boston Celtics. Situations became a good fortune for the Celtics when the Hawks could not manage to keep Russell on their team any longer. They could not afford to sign Russell from San Francisco, but the Celtics could. The Hawks had to let go of the legend Russell from their team, and the Celtics were deliberately waiting for him to join their team. The Hawks did win a title after the draft had taken place, but they could not make any significant achievement. While Russell won 11 championships during his 13 seasons in the league with the Celtics. Both the player and the team earned a good reputation together. The Celtics waited for Russell, and it gave them a good advantage. So this trade is added to the list of the top trades of NBA history. What do you think? Which trade was a lifesaver for any team? Don't forget to mention your favorite trade of all time in NBA history. So, I hope you liked this video. If you did, then don't forget to hit the like button. And to watch more videos like this, then hit the red subscribe button and smash the bell icon to stay updated. Until the next video, take care and stay tuned.